Hello students, today we are going to see the remaining problems in graphing the functions using transformation. So previously we have seen what are the types of transformation and then we have seen one sum, isn't it? Now we are going to see the rest of the problems. So before getting to the exercise problems, we are going to recap what are the types of transformation, right? Okay, so types of transformation, you know that first one is reflection. It is a mirror image of a graph. Secondly, translation, vertical and horizontal shift of the graph. Then dilation, stretch or compress the graph. Now reflection, y is equal to f of x. We have a graph y is equal to f of x. Now we make a graph y is equal to minus f of x. That means change the sign of the function f of x. Okay, that means it is minus f of x. F of x becomes minus f of x, means the reflection of the graph about x-axis. Now when you change the sign of x, it is minus x, means its reflection about the y-axis. Suppose the function f of x is inverse, means it is reflection about the line y is equal to x. Translation, when you add a small value with the x, when you add small value with x, that is x is replaced with x plus some positive number, means it will be, graph will be shifted left by that particular units. Similarly, when you subtract, it will be shifted to the right. When you add a small value to the function, not with x, to the function, means the graph will be shifted upwards by that particular units. And the same way when you subtract, it will be shifted downwards by that units. Right? Now dilation, you have multiplication of a function. That means when you multiply the function with a positive constant, positive number, which is greater than 1, means the graph will move away from the x-axis. When you multiply the function with a positive constant which is less than 1, okay, positive constant means it's possibly greater than 0 and less than 1, which is possibly a fraction number, means the graph will be moved towards the x-axis. Away from the x-axis if it is greater than 1 and less than 1 means towards the x-axis. Right? Now we'll get into sum number 3. Graph function f of x is equal to x cube. So this x cube is already given in question number 1. We have seen. Using that I have drawn the graph. Okay. So f of x is equal to x cube. So this is the x cube graph which is given in the question number 1. Now g of x, which is cube root of x. G of x is cube root of x. So cube root of x is nothing but x to the power 1 by 3. So this is also given in the question. Question 2, second question, it is given in the diagram itself. So using that I have drawn the x cube, x to the power 1 by 3 graph. Okay, x cube graph is in blue color and x to the power 1 by 3 graph is in red color. Right? Now you see this graph and we have to explain the result. So before explaining the result, we have to find f of g. It is given in the question. So first we will find f of g of x. So f of g of x. So what is g of x? It is x to the power 1 by 3, that is put here. So f of x to the power 1 by 3. So what is f of x? F of x is x cube. So x cube, in the place of x we have to substitute what? X to the power 1 by 3. So x to the power 1 by 3 is substituted. Already there is a cube, then 3 and 3 will be cancelled. You have got x. So now I am going to find g of f of x. So g of f of x. So what is f of x? X cube. So now it becomes g of x cube. Okay. So what is x cube? It is, so what is g of x? It is x to the power 1 by 3. So in the place of x we have to substitute what? X cube. So this is x cube, the whole power 1 by 3. 3 and 3 will be cancelled, again x. So now from this we can conclude that f of g of x and g of f of x both are same. It means g is a inverse of f. G is called the inverse of f, so that we can denote g by f inverse of x. We previously learnt in reflection, that is, a function is a inverse of another function, means the graph is just a reflection of line y is equal to x. So that is what we are going to see. So what is y is equal to x means? This is the line y is equal to x, isn't it? So along this line, the graph is symmetric. See, you can see. So this is what we are concluding, and this is what our result. Next problem, sum number 4. Write the steps to obtain the graph y is equal to 3 into x minus 1 the whole square plus 5 from the graph y is equal to x square. So using the graph y is equal to x square, without finding the coordinates, we have to draw this graph. Okay. So first of all, take this x square as f of x. Right. So f of x first we have to draw. For that alone, we can use the coordinates. Okay. So x and x square. So x is 0 means x square is also 0. X is 1 means x square is also 1 square, which is 1. And x is minus 1. So minus 1 the whole square is 1. X is 2. So 2 square is 4. X is minus 2. So minus 2 the whole square is 4. Now we have to plot that. So see, it is plotted. See, 0 comma 0. So it is 0 comma 0. 1 comma 1. This is 1 comma 1. This is minus 1 comma 1. This is 2 comma 4 and minus 2 comma 4. Connecting all the points, we have got this graph, which is a parabola. Right, now first step. See, first step, then just comparing the graph which is given. Y is equal to x square. Now here y is equal to x minus 1 the whole square. This is what we are going to do first. Okay, so x minus 1 the whole square. So what happened? And a small value minus 1 is added with x, isn't it? That is f of x minus 1. So, sorry, subtracted. So I told that when you subtract a small value with x value, the graph will be shifted rightwards by 1 unit. So this is the graph. It will be shifted rightwards to the 1 unit means the graph will come here. I'll show that. See, from this place, the graph is shifted to this place. See, from here to here. Now second step, this 3 should be multiplied. So with the function we are multiplying 3. So multiplying 3 is nothing but it is dilation constant. When you multiply a positive constant which is greater than 1, the graph will move away from the x-axis, we learned, isn't it? So that is what done here. So 3 into f of x. So when you multiply a constant which is greater than 1 with the function, the graph moves away from the x-axis. Okay, so this is the graph. So this particular thing must not go towards x-axis, instead it will go away from the x-axis. So I'll show that. See, it is just it compressed the graph. So it is from here, the graph is, this is the original graph. So now what happened? It shrinks. This is the original graph. The graph now it is compressed. Okay. Now coming to the third step, we have to add a 5. Okay. So adding 5 is nothing but you are adding a constant to the function. So when you add a constant to the function, what will happen? The graph will, okay, it's wrongly given, the graph will shift upwards. Okay, the graph will shift upwards 5 units. Okay, the graph will shift upwards to the 5 units. So I'll show that. So this is the original graph, which is this. Now when you add 5 units, the graph will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So graph will come here. Okay, so the graph will move upwards. Right. So this is the previous one. This is the previous one. Now the graph is shifted upwards. Previous one shifted by 5 units. Okay. Now we'll get to the next problem. From the curve y is equal to sine x, you have to draw the following graphs. Okay. So first you have to draw sine x graph. So that we will learn in detail in trigonometry, but anyhow I will explain here also. So first we will take y is equal to sine x. Now you must know what is pi. Pi is 180. Okay. So we have to just substitute the value 0. Sine 0 is 0. You know that. Pi by 2 means 180 by 2, which is 90. Sine 90 is 1, which is also known to you. Minus sine 90 is minus 1. You must learn that. And sine pi, sine 180 is 0 value, which is 0. Then sine 3 by 2, which is minus 1. And sine 2 pi, which is 0. Sine minus 5 is 0. Sine minus 3 pi by 2 is 1. Sine minus 2 pi is 0. So how to write this y value? This we will learn in trigonometry. Okay, in detail. So for time being, to just memorize this. we will learn in trigonometry in detail how to find the sin x value for all these functions. Okay, right, now we have to plot it. So since we have x in pi values, I have written as pi 90, 180, 270, 360, minus 90, minus 180, like that it is taken. This is minus 2 pi. Now we have to plot it. See here, it is 0, 0. So the points, I'll just show you first the graph. 0, 0, it is here. 90, 1. So this is 90, this is 1, so it will come here. Then it is pi 0, pi and 0 means this. 3 pi by 2 and minus 1, so 3 pi by 2 and minus 1 is here. 2 pi and 0, it is here. The graph is keeping on. So this is the way the left hand side also the graph was drawn. Now first we have to find y is equal to minus sin x. So x is replaced by minus x. That means what? F of minus x. So f of minus x means what? The graph, the reflection of the graph is about y axis. So it should be reflected about y axis. See, this is the reflection. This is the original graph. Just rotate the graph along the y axis. So this is the reflection. Right? This is the reflection. Now secondly, we have minus sine minus x. So first you consider the original graph. Okay, we have to consider the original graph. Then you have to change a minus, isn't it? So sine minus x, it is already known to you, which is sine minus x, and another one minus is added. So it is minus f of x. When you add a minus, means what happened? The graph will shifted along the y axis, sorry, x axis. So again you see, this is the shiftment. So we have rotated along the x axis. It's same like sin x. So sin x and minus sine of sin x both are same only. Right, now we'll get into next one. Y is equal to sine 90 by x. Okay, so here what happened? A small value is added with x, isn't it? So consider y is equal to sine x. This is the sine x graph. A small value is added to x. So what will happen? The graph will shift leftwards by pi by 2 unit. So this particular point is moved to the leftwards. Okay, so from here it is shifted to the leftwards. So I'll show that. So this is where it has been shifted. Okay, so from here it is shifted to here. From here it is shifted to here. Next problem, the last problem. Reminding you have to do as home assignment. From the curve y is equal to sine x, we have to draw sine of modulus of x. Sine mod x, we have to draw it. First we are going to find what is modulus of x. Previously we learned, isn't it? Modulus of x means you can take it as positive x and negative x. Positive x means it is greater than 0, we can take as positive x. Negative x means it is less than 0. So this is the two parts. So for all the x value greater than 0, you have to draw sine graph. That means the right side of y axis you have to draw what? Sine x graph, and left side of y axis you have to draw sine minus x graph. That is the conclusion. Okay, so f of x is equal to sine x. So since the value is greater than 0, I have taken only positive value. 0, pi by 2, pi 3 by 2, 3 pi by 2 and 2 pi. Okay, so these values are already known to you. So using these values the graph is drawn. See, the graph is now drawn. So 0, 0, pi by 2, 1, pi, 0, 3 pi by 2, minus 1, 2 pi, 0. Right. Now we have to draw sine minus x. So sine minus x means what? F of minus x. F of minus x means what? It is the reflection of the graph about y axis. So this particular thing should be rotated to this side, to the left hand side. Right. So you see, so this is the rotation. So after, that is with a positive value of x axis, you will have sine x graph, which is the right hand side of the y axis, and for the sine minus x graph you have to take the left hand side of the y axis. So this is the y is equal to sine modulus of x graph. Okay, so with that we complete. I think two sums, sum number 2 and 7 I think is left. So those two problems are given as home assignment. So that's all. Thank you.